Turkey 20, runway 27 right, clear to land.
27 right, clear to land, 20. We got a little bit of wind from the right, so we're going to have to angle it a little bit. We're starting with. So we're just a little high. It's not too bad, but we are a little high. So what you want to do is reduce the power, keep that right aileron, until you see the nose drop and it looks like the path of the plane's coming down kind of towards the runway.
So how do I identify the path of the airplane? That's the thing I've always kind of struggled with on approaches.
It takes practice. So basically you just kind of have to look where the plane end up. Now, in level flight, you're heading towards the horizon. So whatever spot the horizon is at on the windshield, that's where you're going.
Okay.
So when you pitch down, that same spot on the windshield that the horizon's normally at, that's where you're going to end up.
Okay.
Usually it's right around here.
Okay.
So if you get the beginning of the runway right around here, then you're probably on your approach path.
Okay.
So it's kind of the same spot where you saw that horizon. So this is looking pretty good right here.
All right.
And now is the point where we want to start slowing the plane down. So we look, make sure we're in the white arc first. If we're not, we got to pitch up a little bit. But it looks like we're just in the white arc, so we're going to add the first notch of flaps. Now when you do that, remember the nose will want to pop up. Don't let it. Keep it down right about here. And we're looking for 85 knots. So we use the pitch to control the speed, power to control the altitude. We're just a little high, but we're coming down, so I think we should be good for now.
All right.
Speed's looking good at 85. Right about here, we want to slow down to 75. So to do that, next notch of flaps. Again, the nose is really going to want to pop up though, so keep it right here. And don't be afraid to retrim it if it feels like you got to push or pull on the yoke.
Yeah.
Because if you get the plane trimmed to hold its approach speed, the whole landing is going to be way easier than if you're fighting it.
Yeah.
And now, where do you think this plane would end up? Will we go right at the numbers or past them or before them?
Past them.
Yeah. So what you do, reduce the power until you see the plane's path change. Kind of the nose comes down.
Like
it looks
right there.
Yeah. And it's basically just a game of trial and error all the way down. You just add and subtract and add and subtract, whatever you need to do to get it down. And so now we want to slow down to 65. To do that, full flaps. So it's always asking yourself, am I high or low? Am I on the center line? And then you look, am I fast or slow? And then outside, am I high or low? Center line, and then look, fast or slow. Most important thing though is speed. It's always speed.
All right, we're a little fast and a little high.
A little high, so reduce the power just a little bit. The speed is going to fluctuate because of the wind. You're pretty much right on it now. You're looking good on the speed.
All right.
But yeah, we were a little high, so good job with the power. Just keep using the power to kind of bring it down to the numbers. And the most important thing though is just keep that nose set for your speed. If it looks like you start sinking, do not pull back. Just keep adding power. Good. Probably, yeah, a little bit less. You can see, you just kind of play around with it back and forth. Now, when we get just above the ground, then we're going to try not let the plane land. So when we're right about here, we're going to start bringing the power out all the way to idle, but keep the nose down.
Okay.
Let yourself get right above the ground, right about here. Try and not let it touch down. So you just keep slowly pulling back as you sink forward. And as you start sinking more, you pull back a little bit more. Yep, keep pulling, keep holding it, right there. Good.
All right.
And keep the yoke back, start applying the brakes. Just gently applying them. So we'll go past this one. So the next yellow line up here, we'll follow it to the left. So just, you're good on the speed right here.
Turkey 20, cross runway 27 left and contact ground.
Cross 2 left and contact ground 820. So we can follow this line to the left. And we were just given permission to cross the other runway. So give it a little bit of power so we can keep on rolling.
All right.
Get us across this other runway.
And then stop at the end of the...
Over the other side, yeah.
So we can call ground.
And we still looks like we are clear. But yeah, once we get on the other side of these 2-2 solid lines, we have to get the whole plane over, tail and everything. But once the tail's past these lines up here, then we got to stop.
Okay.
And just keep aft elevator as you brake. So get all the way over, start slowing down, that way you stop. Yeah, you want to stop like that.
Right there.